Hello, check.
షెడ్యూల్ కాస్ట్ సబ్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం అంటే మీ అందరితో డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ ఆఫీసర్స్తో ఒకసారి ఇంటరాక్షన్ చేసుకొని ఈ జిల్లాలో షెడ్యూల్ కాస్ట్ గురించి ఏ రకాలు ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, తర్వాత ఏమేమి ముఖ్యంగా సబ్ కాస్ట్ ఇక్కడ ఉండేది దాని గురించి కొద్దిగా డీటెయిల్స్ తీసుకుంటాము. కానీ మొదట్లో ఈ కమిషన్కి పర్పస్ ఏంటి అంటే మీ అందరికీ చాలా తెలిసిన విషయమే. ఈ షెడ్యూల్ కాస్ట్ని సబ్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ చేయాలి మీద ఆల్మోస్ట్ 1996-97 నుంచి ప్రయత్నం జరుగుతుంది. అంటే 96లో కూడా ఫస్ట్ టైం ఒకటి జస్టిస్ రాజు కమిటీ ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. ఆ కమిటీ రికమెండేషన్స్ వల్ల షెడ్యూల్ కాస్ట్కి 4 కేటగిరీలు సబ్ కేటగిరీలో ఏబిసిఐడి డివైడ్ చేయాలంటే రికమెండ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అది చూసుకొని తర్వాత గవర్నమెంట్ ద్వారా ఒక యాక్ట్ కూడా 2000లో ఒక యాక్ట్ కూడా వచ్చింది. Now this is important. 2000 to 2004 that act remained in force, and then that was the time when many departments started collecting data about the subcaste. So how much benefit has gone to different subcastes. So that happened for 4 years. దాని తర్వాత 2004లో సుప్రీం I think in Madhilo High Court lo kuda challenge cheyadam jarigindi. Knowledge of different subcastes of scheduled caste in government programs and welfare programs. So I think that's something important. And then so far in our discussion, we have identified some programs like housing program. I mean, what's the kind of sanction of houses, who gets how many houses, and then that kind of data for last 5-6 years. Then there is a kind of email for this commission, OMC-SC subclassification@gmail.com. So that's the email. Every day we are getting 50-60 representations and then information, etc. So I think that is something which has to be done very quickly. If you have not done, please do that. I mean, we will go to 1 or 2 departments, I mean, which has lots of employees and try to get an idea from that. So that's about your plan. Education also, that's why the district education officer will be very important. You also have lots of employees under you, and you also have to give data about the educational issues, about the schools, about colleges. We have written to the commissioners, we have written to the principal secretaries, higher education, several officers we have written, authorities, and we are also getting data. Can we get the breakup of the subcaste? I think many of the districts have already done it. You also might have already done that exercise. And industries, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, or you have got another thing, PM formalization of minor food processing enterprises. These kinds of the programs. So basically, we want to get a commission wants to know what's the coverage, what's the kind of relative proportion of coverage. You go the keyword adequacy. So what exactly we are to gauge the adequacy of representation in government programs. And please don't feel that it will reflect poorly upon government programs, because we are starting a press. You were not collecting this data because this data was not, that was not the mandate. Supreme Court had stopped it, so I think no one was collecting it, so there is nothing wrong. But if you remember, 2015 one GO was given, in which a kind of indication of each subcaste is given district-wise. We just had a look at that. So that actually gives a very clear, authentic list of how many subcastes are there in the district. I think 46 are there in the West Godavari. So I think then the relative proportion is there. Apart from 6-7 groups, some of these groups are very, very minor in nature. Less than 100 also are there. So I think, but that's the entire list. In whole of Andhra Pradesh, we have 59 subcastes which are there. Now let's collector to maybe have a kind of separate meeting with some of the major HODs at the district level, especially DU. And if necessary, some of these colleges and universities, maybe you can have one.
In our department, sir. In as per West Godavari, we have received coming 1920 also. We have given the data given below, sir. In 2022-23. We have group 2 officers of 35 members SC, sir. In that 35 members, Mala caste 21, sir. Madhika 11, Maladasari to Adi Andhra